Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Meqko, and welcome to my Borderlands 4 review. Now, I've put a lot of time into Borderlands 4, and I have a lot of thoughts on this game. Some negatives, but mostly positives, believe it or not. I know a lot of people have been seeing some mixed reviews online, but I'm going to give you the no BS review here, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and opinions. I do also want to preface this by saying I am a OG Borderlands player. I've played every single Borderlands game ever, and I love the franchise, but I was very hesitant on picking up this game, and that says a lot because I usually am someone who likes to just buy into games right off rip, but I was very hesitant on getting this game, but I'm glad I did. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about the performance issues that this game has, because this is something that I think is a big turnoff for some people. So this game runs on Unreal Engine 5, and just like a lot of Unreal Engine 5 releases, it's pretty horrendous when it comes to performance. I've seen a lot of complaints online of people, just crashing a lot while playing the game. I even know someone who had bought the game and couldn't get past the main menu. They literally crashed every single time they loaded up the game into the main menu and they couldn't play the game. So they had to refund it, unfortunately. And, me and my 20 plus hours of playing the game, I only crashed about twice. I'll be honest. I actually counted how many times I've crashed, and I only crashed twice while playing the game. One time I was AFK. I was playing with a friend, and we were going to go do a boss fight, and I was like, hey, I'll be right back real quick. Left my room, came back, and my game was just, I was on my freaking desktop. I was like, what the hell just happened? My game crashed? Okay, weird. So that was the first time I crashed, and then the second time I crashed was when I was loading into a brand new zone. And by brand new zone, I don't mean like a new section of the map. I actually mean like into like a whole new area. Like I was doing a boss fight or something. So you have to like load into it or whatever. And yeah, that's where I crashed. I guess I did it too fast or something. I don't know what caused the crash, but I crashed then. But yeah, in my experience, performance isn't necessarily perfect, and it's not really enough to ruin the game for me. I've also seen a lot of people complaining about the FPS. The FPS on this game apparently is horrendous. I've only checked my FPS one time, and I was running the game at like 60 FPS, but it felt like I was playing more of like 80 to like the 90 range for some reason. Like 60 FPS on Borderlands 4 does not feel bad. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it feels like I have a boosted performance for some reason. I don't understand it. It's like the weirdest thing in the world. But honestly, in my experience, it wasn't really that bad. I had a great time. I didn't notice any crazy performance issues while playing. If you guys want to know what I have in my rig, I have a 3060, a 5700X, and I have 32 gigs of RAM. That's pretty much all I could tell you. I know people that had even better specs on their PC that couldn't even get past the main menu, like I said. So I don't know what's going on with the performance, but just classic Unreal Engine 5 stuff there. Now, this is a no spoiler review, so I'm not going to talk a lot about the story, but I will say this. If you were an OG Borderlands fan, and, if you're like me, I hold Borderlands 2 into the highest degree possible. I think it's literally my favorite game of all time. Any single game I've ever played, Borderlands 2 is number one. Always will be. It's the game I spent the most amount of time into, and, for good reason. It's a great game, great story. Love the game. That made me super excited to play Borderlands 3 when it was coming out, and, dude, Borderlands 3 just did not hold up to the standard, okay? And, maybe you're playing through all the Borderlands games and, you just don't want to get spoiled for 4 or something. I'm not even going to go talk about spoilers for any of the games, but I will say Borderlands 3's story was super lackluster. It was one of the worst games I ever played in terms of story. I did not like the story that much. Yeah, I hated it. It was terrible. It was cringy, did not like it at all, but the gameplay of Borderlands 3 was like the saving grace for it, but not enough to keep me around because of the boosted legendary drop rates, and that's something about Borderlands 2 I loved so much, was farming for the legendaries. But when it comes to Borderlands 4, I will say the story is good. It does it very well. It's not over the top, it's not underwhelming, it's done pretty well. It's not groundbreaking, but like it's good enough to where you'll feel satisfied whenever you're finally completed with it. I had to rush the story because I did not want to get spoiled for absolutely anything online. And I'll probably do another video on Borderlands 4 story in the future. I just want to give people more time to actually get into the game without, you know, ranting about the story and be like, oh, this is what I didn't like, this is what I did like, and, you know, give a bunch of spoilers literally like 3 days out of the game's being released. Like, that's such a scumbag thing to do. But that's really where all my complaints end. Now, this is where I get to talk about a lot of the positives, because I think that this game is actually amazing. It is such a return to form. This is Borderlands, bro. Like, through and through, it is Borderlands. When I was first watching the release trailers for this game, I thought that this game was doing something dumb. I hated it. I was like, bro, they're turning it into Destiny. What are they doing? You can summon a sparrow. It's open world. What is this? I was a hater, bro. I didn't realize. I'm sorry, Gearbox, okay? Let me put some respect on your name, because you guys are absolutely cooking with Borderlands 4. One of the key things I'm going to talk about in this video is the movement, bro. Because when I tell you that this is the crispiest movement I've ever felt in a Borderlands game, it is. It just is. It is the best movement through and through. So in this game, you're going to have a couple different movement techs. You know, you're going to have your basic, you know, move left, right, you know, forward, back. You have your jump. You have a slide. Then you have a ground pound. You have grappling hooks. And you have a dash. And on top of all that, a glide, bro. Do you hear how many things you have in your kit? Yeah, there's so much things that you can do in this game in terms of movement. It is ridiculous. It just makes the game feel so much faster paced. It's so much more fun to play around with. You can do so much more with, you know, just your basic movement stuff, and as well as the grappling hook. Like, the grappling hook has been like, it's been a joy to play with. There's been a couple bosses that I've faced that you have to actually use some of these movement tricks as a mechanic in the boss, and it honestly is really, really cool. Borderlands 4's movement feels like they took literally every aspect of every other Borderlands that made them good, and they just took it and just added it to this game. Like, they took the slide from Borderlands 3, and that's what made, you know, Borderlands 3 super, super good. But they also took the gliding from pre-sequel and put that into the game. And you wouldn't think that those two things would mix well, but honestly, it does. And they do it so well. Like, I've never had this much fun just playing a game. Like, it's been a while, bro. It's been a long time since I've had this much fun just moving around in a game. Another amazing thing I will say is the amount of customization that you have in this game. I think the customization in this game is very extensive. It's no longer just, you know, customizing your Vault Hunter or your vehicle. Like, you can customize your little robot guy that follows you around. You can also customize your weapons now too. Like, there's even camos you could put on your weapons and stuff. But not only that, like, every single bit of customization, even the previous things like I just mentioned, like your Vault Hunter and your vehicle, there's a lot more stuff that you could do. Like, with your vehicle, you can find parts throughout the world to upgrade it and make it better, faster, have better acceleration, you know, whatever you want, better handling. Like, you can do that. You have to go find the parts to make it happen, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much stuff that you can grind in this game and just tailor your equipment to you that it's just, dude, the customization is amazing. It really is. This is going to be the longest section I probably talk about it, because this is, for me, this is the biggest deal. When it comes to Borderlands, one thing I always think about, the first thing that comes to mind is the freaking boss fights, bro. Can I farm the boss fights? Do they have dedicated legendary drops? You know, yada, yada, yada. The boss fights in this game are a massive, and I mean massive, improvement from the past games, bro. These bosses, they aren't just standing there taking the hits anymore, dude. There's bosses that are going to move out of the way. They have different mechanics that you have to exploit to, you know, actually take on the bosses. And there's even been a boss that I fought that you have to use movement mechanics, like the new movement mechanics that are in the game, to, you know, actually fight the boss. Borderlands bosses now have mechanics. Are you kidding me, bro? These make the fights feel super dynamic, super fun, and highly engaging. It's just so much more fun. It really is. It's not like someone's just going to stand there and just take bullets for you, dude. They're just not going to do that. It's a different experience now. It is so much more fun to just farm for legendaries and stuff. And speaking about farming bosses, dude, farming bosses is so much easier now. Back in my day, okay, I hate to say that, but, you know, back in my day in Borderlands 2, when I used to farm bosses all the freaking time, I would have to go to a save point quit area, all right, past where a loading screen was, and I would kill the boss. After I'm done killing the boss, I would have to save quit, go back into the game, and then go back to the boss and farm it again and rinse and repeat. Just constantly save quit, save quit, save quit, save quit. In this game, all you have to do is walk over to a machine, press E, and walk back to the boss arena and kill the boss. That's it. There is no more save quit. It's literally seamless. It's super fast, and you can do it all the time. I love this feature so much. And it's great for players like me who just love the grind aspect of getting the loot. Like, my big thing with Borderlands 2 back in the day was I wanted to get every single legendary there was in the game. Like, that was my goal. That was on, like, a bucket list of mine back then. And, you know, I'm definitely probably going to bring that back for Borderlands 4. Hell, I might even make it a series if you guys wanted to. You know, I might do, like, a whole series of me grinding out every single legendary or something, trying to see if I can get it. Now, this is something I want to talk about as well, is the open world aspect, okay? Because I'm someone who, I'll be honest, I was low-key kind of a hater about the open world stuff. I was like, dude, I don't know. Is it going to still feel like Borderlands if it's open world? And I'm going to say this. This game, it's so weird because the open world aspect to it is such a new thing to the Borderlands identity that it doesn't feel like Borderlands quite yet, but it doesn't matter that it doesn't feel like Borderlands because the game looks like Borderlands, it plays like Borderlands, so obviously, you know, it's going to feel like Borderlands in a way, but whenever you're traversing this open world on your vehicle, it just feels like an entirely different experience than past Borderlands titles, but in a good way. It makes Borderlands feel like an MMO. Like, it just does. Like, it feels like an MMO now. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a solo game or something. Like, it feels like Borderlands just expanded its universe. And I can't even begin to describe how it is. Like, it literally feels like I'm playing an MMO now. And everywhere you go in the world, something is happening. It's not like, it's just like, oh, there's like a bandit camp here that's just waiting for you to pull up for you to do something and stuff. Where, yeah, there is some stuff like that, but it's marked locations most of the time, and you could even see like random packs of animals fighting like bandits and stuff like that. And it's so cool because the world feels alive. So it all comes down to this. My overall opinion about Borderlands 4. I think Borderlands 4 is an amazing game. I think once you get past the minor performance hiccups that the game has, I think you will find something very fun. Very, very, very fun. And something that, you know, if you're an OG Borderlands fan or you're new to the series, something you're going to enjoy. I went from someone who didn't even think that I was going to be playing this game this year to buying the game on release, caving in, buying it, loving it, and haven't stopped playing it since. I think this is genuinely going to be a great experience. I will get the season pass eventually. Just not right now. I don't really see a point to getting it at this moment, but I probably will get it eventually. Also, I just want to say that I am in the end game of Borderlands 4, and I can't really give my honest opinion on that quite yet, but from what I've seen, there's just so much to do in this game that I can't even begin to express how excited I am to just be done editing this video and go play the game again. Like, I'm so excited. If somehow Gearbox sees this video, I don't think they would, but, you know, somehow they do, thank you for creating this game. I think this game is very fun, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what Borderlands 5 is going to be like. Because I have a theory that this game is setting up something for the next game in the series, the next big game in the series, I should say, to be a open world MMO. I honestly, I do believe that. I know that sounds very like, oh, Borderlands MMO. I don't think so. We'll see. I don't know. But I can definitely see that. It's probably going to be more of like a Destiny type of take, which I'm completely down with. Dude, Borderlands versus Destiny talk again. Let's go. I'm all here for it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you guys have played this game, let me know what you think of it in the comments. Are you loving it just as much as I am? Are you not liking it just as much as I am? Tell me why that is. Or if you're thinking about getting this game, is this game giving you like a clearer thought process whether or not you want to get it or not? Let me know about that in the comments as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you beautiful, beautiful people on the next one. It's been your boy Meqko. Peace out. Love y'all.